everyone! So first of all, I will start with this house. It looks like a Japanese house actually, even though I wanted to make a village with an English countryside theme. But I think it's not bad either. And I also added a small pond in front of the house to make it look more beautiful. Then next to this house, there is another cottage with a lot of crops in front of it, such as wheat, potatoes, and of course leaves that fill the house. I apologize if some parts of the window are bugs on the Java map because I previously made this map on Minecraft Bedrock. And if you're wondering what's inside this building, the answer is nothing. So I made this building deliberately not filled or decorated for fear of lag for some devices. Then as you can see, I also made a tree house with a short river underneath to make it look more alive. It's actually quite sad that there's less light coming in, so the tree house looks darker. If you go up here, then you will find a bridge that will connect you to the trees. Actually, it looks more like a dead-end bridge, but I built it just to beautify. Oh my, and I actually built this inspired by a building on Pinterest, but I forgot. Let me know if you know it. Then if you go up the stairs next to it, you will find a small house at the top of the tree. Actually, I also don't know why I built this very small house. Is it possible that I was inspired by the movie Up or something? But hey, it's really small for the size of a house. Let's move on to the airplane I made. I made this inspired by 𝗦𝗺𝗶𝗹, considering she's no longer making videos. And don't get me wrong, I've asked her permission to recreate this airplane before. And yep, if you're familiar with this old airplane, so she took inspiration from the Ghibli movie The Wind Rises when making it. As a Ghibli fan, of course I love it so much. Then let's move to this house. And next to the house there is a stable with several horses in it that are cared for by the villagers. But before you enter the stables, you will find a small well in front of it with flowers surrounding it. Then next I built this flower shop, which was actually inspired by a Ghibli movie called 𝗤𝗎𝗄's Delivery Services, with lots of flowers in front and lots of leaves on the roof to make it look beautiful and fresh. And if you walk towards this road, you will find other cottages here with flowers or plants, of course. I've actually made a speed build with this cottage and I named it the Ivy Cottage. You can check out my other videos. I don't know what to call it, but it looks like an abandoned house with lanterns on it and trees growing on the roof. Then this is a bakery that I had built before too, and I decided to add it to this village. Then there's a simple purple house over here. And then guess what? Yes, I made a statue of Totoro who was taking shelter to wait for the bus in the movie My Neighbor Totoro. This should be suitable if the weather is changed to rain. Then I made a small shop to sell books here. Then in front of it there is a flower decoration with a heart-shaped pond in the middle, and I made it with a cherry blossom theme, so there are a lot of pink and white colors here. Whoops, behind it there is also a fountain with cherry blossom wood that I made. I made this inspired by my TikTok homepage. Next, move on to shaped pond, and I chose the adorable snail shape for the shape here. In front of the pond and all that there is a barn that the sheep and cows live in, I made it with cherry wood to match the others and to make it look more adorable with the pink color. Now moving on to the other side of the village, that is, I made another bakery by getting inspiration from 𝗤𝗎𝗄's Delivery Service bakery. Actually not so similar, but I don't think it's bad either. Then I actually wanted to make a dairy factory with dairy cows in front of it, so you can decorate according to the theme. Now if you pass this way, then you will find a chicken coop with a shop selling eggs next to it. Down here is a rabbit hideout with lots of rabbits in it, of course. Oh, sorry, it looks like they are embarrassed to show themselves. Don't they realize that they are adorable animals? Let's get out of there. Oh, look at their little jumping feet, so adorable.
And then there's the wagon. I forget what it's called, but I watched a YouTube tutorial to make it and it turned out really pretty with the Mizuno texture. Then there is a windmill. I remember making this with a video tutorial from YouTube Hypixel. A scarecrow over here. And then I also added a pigsty over here with people taking care of it and some sheep. Then if you pass this way then you will find the library. I was confused with the block palette when building this actually, but because I was lazy to remodel it so I just left it here. Then next to it is a cottage with a brick roof. Let's continue our tour by walking here. And if you continue walking here then you will find a small market on the left with different colored tents. Then in front of the market there is also a small pond that is usually used for fishermen to put their fish harvest for cultivation. Don't forget the fisherman's cottage next to it where you can find them selling their fish. And also I made a shop to sell antiques next to here. Then from all that let's continue with a walk through the sunflower fields. This is the largest sunflower field I've ever made in Minecraft. My hands were very sore to make it, but I remembered that I can use structure blocks to make it faster and easier. But I'm glad it turned out this beautiful. I hope you think so too. On this field I made 2 houses and one of them is this yellow house. Then the second sun cottage is this and I really like the details. I even forgot how I made it. And if you notice there's a little windmill up there. Enough for the sunflower field, let's move on to other places. Back to the hut with the brick roof. There is a path to the picnic spot with a small triangular cafe on the left. Then I also made a small caravan with birch and spruce wood next to it, but it's a pity that the sunlight doesn't shine here enough. Then there is a small road in front of the caravan and if you follow it, this road will lead you to a fruit shop with many plants or vegetables planted in front of it. I also made a vineyard with a house next to it. Also a small tent with a natural roof. Similar to the huge sunflower field, here I also made a huge rice field with several scarecrows. This is my favorite building because it looks so fresh. It's a water wheel with clear water in front of it and I love the block palette too. Let's move on to some English cottages that I made here. Oh so, after I watched the 𝗦𝗻𝗏 series I was inspired to make an old train stop like this too. I'm still looking at tutorials on YouTube actually. So that's the map that I have made as a whole. What do you think? Let me know through the comments below. And don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel to support me. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my other videos. Have a nice day.